What is up, squeegee slingers? Welcome to the Tradman YouTube channel once again. Today we are talking about the Unger Black Edition series. Is it worth you investing in? Let's take a look. Let's get to the back of the van. So yes indeed folks, here we are with the Unger limited edition Black series. So I'm just going to let you know exactly how I found these items over the past 4 or 5 weeks and let you know the pros and cons to each of them. So let's delve in. So first things first is the Unger Black Edition sleeve. Okay, now Unger tell you that it will hold 20% more water than regular sleeves. Now I can honestly say when I first heard that, my typical response was, nah. But actually, you know what? I've been using it for the past 4 or 5 weeks and I can actually say it does hold a fair bit more water. Now, whether or not it's exactly 20%, I couldn't tell you, but it does hold more, that is for sure. And the scrubbing power of this sleeve is also really, really good. Now, the previous sleeve I was using before this was the Unger Red sleeve, which is this one. Yes, indeed. So this is the one that I was using before. Now, this one is really good and it's lasted the test of time. It's still going after quite a few months of use, but I noticed a difference when I swapped back to this one just for a day or so to see what like it was in holding water. Did this one hold more or did this one? And I noticed actually quite a difference. I was able to do a lot more windows with the Unger Black Edition sleeve than I was with this one, so there you go. But you can actually notice the quality even when you hold it in hand. This actually feels like a thicker material, a thicker sleeve, as opposed to the regular red one, which is exactly the same as the Unger green sleeve, which I'll bring up on screen now for you. Now, like most sleeves, it has a scrubber on the end, so if you have something ingrained on the window, you can use that little scrubber there to give it a good scrub on the glass and get that, whatever it is, if it's bird mess or bug mess or whatever it is. So that's handy. It's got one of them at the end, and as per normal, it's got the Velcro on there that holds it nice and tight to the T-bar. I'm glad to say as well, it doesn't spin too much. You know how certain sleeves, when you put them on T-bars, sometimes some of them aren't a very tight fit and it's really annoying. Sometimes they spin round quite a lot, but I found with this one, it wasn't actually too bad. And the other sleeve I've got of this is on an Unger Ninja handle, and I like to say it also works really nicely on the Unger Ninja handle. That's my preferred setup. So all in all, the Unger Black sleeve is really, really good if you're looking for a good quality sleeve that's going to hold plenty of water. It's got a scrubber at the end and good overall scrubbing power of the sleeve itself. The Unger Black Edition is actually really, really good, so worth the investment. Okay then folks, so we're going to have a quick chat about the Unger Power Liquid and how I found using that over the past 4 or 5 weeks. But before we delve into that, we're also going to mention quickly how you use this. So you usually get 2 types of cleaning solution. One gets added actually onto the T-bar itself, and another type of solution gets added into the bucket. Okay, so the Unger Power Liquid is the one that gets added into the bucket of water. So at a ratio of 1 to 100, as it says on the bottle there, you add in that straight into the bucket itself, and then you're basically ready to go. So there's no need to put this on your applicator. It's very, very runny stuff. It is designed to go into water, so just point that out before you get started. So what we're going to do is talk about the glide of the Unger Power Liquid, because that is something that a lot of window cleaners look at when they're talking about window cleaning solutions. One of the top things they'll always talk about is how is the glide? How is the glide? Because if it's no good, then people start getting frustrated and they're burning through rubber like there's no tomorrow. So is the glide of the Unger Power Liquid any good? Well, the answer is yes and no. Okay, so the answer for yes is that if you're using a standard squeegee, then you can get away with it. The glide is okay. I wouldn't say it's awesome. I think some people would still have to add a little bit of dish soap onto their applicator sleeve to get good glide, but you would get away with it. It's not too bad on the glide department. But if you were using something like this, which is the Mormon Liquidator squeegee. This is, as you've been watching my channel, you know these are the tools that I normally use. So this is the tools I have been testing the rubber in. I personally found that the Unger Power Liquid did not have enough slip in it for me to be able to use precision squeegees. So if you are using a tool like this, or you have maybe modified your squeegee, you've done what's called the dog earing effect. If you're new to window cleaning, that's simply when you bend the channel down towards the corner of the rubber, and that gives you that zero detailing on the glass. So all in all, the Unger Power Liquid is fine. It's not too bad for your standard squeegees, but if you're planning on using a precision squeegee, then unfortunately you'll probably find this is not going to work very well on its own. You might then have to add some soap to your applicator as well, so just be aware of that. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is this Unger green rubber. Now, whether you're using it in a standard channel or you're using it in something like this, I'm really actually happy to say that it worked really, really well. I was very skeptical when I first got it because, as you'll know, if you've ever used this kind of tool, the rubber, trying to get rubber to work in this tool, it's a nightmare. It can be an absolute nightmare. It's got to be the right profile, the right dimensions, everything about the rubber can basically make or break this tool working or not. But if you're using a standard squeegee like this, the green power rubber is absolutely amazing. But it's actually, it really works well in the liquidator as well. It's absolutely fantastic. But no, if you're using this channel or anything like it, Unger green power rubber actually works really, really well. And I found it to be very, very durable as well. I've used one side for maybe about a week, just over a week, before I had to then flip it round and use the other side. So if you're looking for a nice, good, durable rubber, Unger power rubber is really, really good. So good marks for that. So the other thing to note as well, that the Unger Ergotek handle itself is actually the same as the previous handles. It's still the same kind of design as the other Ergotek handles. It is just cosmetic changes, so just be aware of that. It's still got the same release mechanism as the handle that is just now on the Ergoteks, and it's also still got the locking hole at the bottom of the handle, which goes on to the end of your Unger pole. So just be aware that it is cosmetic changes on the handle itself. Now, what about the bucket? How have I found using that? Well, personally, my only gripe, my only complaint would be that the handle wasn't sort of very comfortable and it spins. So that can get a little bit annoying, especially when you try to carry maybe a pole in your hand as well as carrying the bucket. You will find that that green bit there tends to spin. So the handle of the bucket I didn't find very comfortable, and the size I would have preferred something a little bit bigger because I use quite big applicators sometimes. This is designed for your 14-inch applicators, so if you use anything else, it's not going to fit. Now, the other thing about the bucket, it has got these handy little holders on them as well, so if you like that kind of thing, there's one on the other side of this bucket as well. Just clicks on like so, and that holds your applicator inside the bucket, and then you've got this one on the side for holding your squeegees. That's quite handy if you don't maybe carry your tools around in a bucket on a belt or something like that, and you like to just carry everything in the bucket. So yeah, I could see that coming in handy for you if you prefer that style of holding your tools. So overall, what am I saying about the Unger Black Series Edition? Is it actually worth buying? Well, if you're new to window cleaning, I would actually recommend that you get something like this because it's a nice little startup pack. If you've maybe limited on funds and you're just looking for maybe one applicator, one squeegee, some soap in a bucket. So if you're quite new to window cleaning, you just need a few bits and pieces to get you going, then I think this would really come in handy. But what about for veteran window cleaners? You folks that have been on the tools for quite a few years, is this worth getting as a pack? Yeah, so for veteran window cleaners, I would say there's probably not much point in buying it as a pack. But what I would say is that if you've been on the tools for a while and you want to try a different kind of soap, then by all means, go and give the Unger Power Liquid a try. Or obviously the green rubber you can buy on its own as well. So I would definitely invest in buying heaps of this stuff. It is definitely worth it. Really love the Unger Power green rubber. So if you're a veteran window cleaner, grab yourself a few rolls of that. And definitely this sleeve, I've absolutely really enjoyed using this sleeve. So if you're a professional and veteran window cleaner and you're looking for a sleeve, a good quality sleeve, it's not going to fall apart on you, definitely go for one of these. Get a few of them in your work vehicle. You're not going to regret it. Now, for veteran window cleaners, I wouldn't really recommend getting the bucket, hence why I'm not saying to buy the pack if you're veteran window cleaners, because I don't see the point in a veteran window cleaner buying this specific bucket. I really don't. For me, the bucket was a little bit of a letdown. I much prefer some of the bigger buckets with much better handles on them and ones with a lid as well. This bucket doesn't come with a lid, so just bear that in mind. So if you're a veteran window cleaner, then solution, yep, give it a go. Green rubber, definitely get it. Unger sleeve, definitely get it. The bucket, I wouldn't bother. So brand new window cleaners, yes, buy the whole thing as a kit. Veteran window cleaners, pick and choose which bits you want to try and buy them in bulk if you love them. So that's my overall opinion of the Black series. Is pretty much everything's awesome apart from the bucket, and well, the power liquid's okay for standard squeegees, so there you have it. Hopefully that's kind of helped you in some way, shape or form, and if you liked the video, smash the thumbs up button. Remember to subscribe, folks, and until the next video, you take care, be good, and bye for now.